One of the things I love about the Christmas season is the abundance of homemade treats. Our 25 days of Christmas cheer on a budget wouldn't be complete without sharing one of my favorite holiday treat recipes, my grandma's molasses sugar cookies. I love the way these molasses sugar cookies are soft and slightly chewy. The molasses along with the ginger, cloves, and cinnamon just taste like Christmas to me. Not only are they delicious, they're simple too. When I was in elementary school, I made these to enter into the fair and came home with a blue ribbon. The ingredients are pretty basic things you probably have in your pantry, with the possible exception of the molasses. Not everyone keeps that on hand. I really only have it to make these cookies. Besides molasses, you'll need sugar, an egg, flour, baking soda, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, salt, and shortening. Melt the shortening over low heat until it's completely liquid. Remove the pan from the heat and allow it to cool completely. I'm honestly not sure what this does or why it's a step in the recipe, but this is how my grandma taught me, and she's an amazing baker, so I just do it. When the shortening has cooled completely, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of molasses, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. And we're just going to mix that around. To minimize dirty dishes, I just use the pan instead of getting out another bowl. Now in a separate bowl, we're going to mix together the dry ingredients. The 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I usually just use the measuring spoon that I've already got in my hand and mix that around, get it well mixed. Then we're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients that are in the pan. And mix it around until we get a dough that's somewhat stiff. It'll feel dry at first, but it'll all mix in and moisten and you'll get a nice ball of dough. Now we need to refrigerate that for about 30 minutes, so we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap so it stays nice and moist and doesn't dry out. We'll put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. When that has chilled, we'll roll the dough into balls. And then we'll roll those balls into sugar. With balls this size, it ends up that it makes about 2.5 to 3 dozen cookies. It actually feels really weird just making one batch of these cookies. Usually when I make it, I double it or triple it or quadruple it. So this doesn't look like very much dough to me. I usually make a lot because they freeze great. And I actually have to freeze them, otherwise my kids and I will gobble them all up. It's nice to be able to bake them ahead of time and freeze them. Then when it's time to make Christmas cookie plates, we can grab them out of the freezer, or when we need to bring treats to a Christmas activity, we just grab them out of the freezer and put them on a plate. They thaw in no time and they are delicious. We're going to bake them on a greased cookie sheet in a 375-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. In my oven it takes 8 minutes. We'll cool them on the cookie sheet for about a minute and then transfer to a cooling rack to cool the rest of the way. I wish I could share some with each of you so you would know how yummy they are, but you'll just have to trust me and go and make a batch or two to see for yourself. If you're new to this channel and could use some frugal inspiration and financial motivation to get out of debt and reach your financial goals, then you'll want to subscribe. I'll see you back here tomorrow for the next episode in our Frugal Festivities series, where we're sharing 25 days of Christmas cheer on a budget. See you then.